What is going on, my fellow Summit Chaser? Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like this video, you'll like it even more when it's live, where you can get involved in the discussion. You can ask questions. We can break down some case studies that you provide for us, and you might even get a chance to be on one of the shows. And you can sign up for our newsletter in the link in the description to stay up to date on all the different live shows that we have. We have 3 different live shows a week and 2 podcasts that we release every week. Stay up to date on topics, on guests, and see how you can get more involved. Also, you get a little bit of tidbits on how to grow your business, advance your career, and grow personally. And we highlight some of our amazing community members as well. So sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, but enjoy the video, and we'll see you in the next one. Yeah, it's not. So this is going to be a test too. This isn't just a game. This is a test. This is a test for everybody in the comments as well. So Kristen, Rhonda, John, Adrena, Joe, everybody, this is a test for you as well. So one thing that I love, and I think a lot of people do too, is I love me a good quote. Love me a good quote. So we're going to play a little game. And I know anybody here has seen Saw. That's not like the nicest thing to hear, but we're going to play a fun game. So it's basically, I'm going to put up a quote, and you have to guess who the quote was by. Now, we're going to keep it within like business and thought leadership individuals, right? And there could be people who are still alive, not alive, or still alive or not alive, past, future, whatever it is, not future, present. You have to guess who said the quote. Okay? And if you get, for every answer you get right, that is another day of PTO I'm going to give you. I'm just kidding. Okay. No, that's going to be, I don't know what I'm going to give you. We'll figure it out. But anybody else who wants to jump in the comments, jump in. Let us know who you think these quotes are by. So we have 7 different quotes. And let me get it set up so that I'm not giving you the answers prematurely. All right. Are you ready?
I don't know.
Everybody in the comments ready?
This is going to be... I said, you read so many books, you probably have like, I hope these are like pretty common, you know?
So the people are like, they're like, you're going to know everybody, I think. Okay. Right. I mean, not personally, but you're going to know of them. Yeah. Right. Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
First quote. Yeah, there we go. Okay. The politicians say we can't afford a tax cut. Maybe we can't afford the politicians. Who said this quote?
I have no idea.
What do you think of the quote first, anyways? Most people say we can't afford a tax cut.
This feels to me like the Boston Tea Party.
This was probably, yeah. And some of these are from that era, I will say. Okay. So this seems like something, I'd say this now as well. They'd say this all the time. But when, like, during, like, what time frame was there, like, turmoil with politicians? Like, there's a lot in the 80s, like, especially during, like, the Vietnam. I'm not giving you any hints.
Is
JFK? It what?
JFK?
Is that your final guess? Anybody in the comments, jump in. Someone
help me.
This one's a tough one. I started with this one first.
By the way.
Thank you, Adrena.
Oh, does Adrena know? Oh, perfect.
No, she doesn't know. She's helping Kristen out. All right, let's see. Who is it? Steve Forbes.
Okay.
I didn't know that he was a real person. I thought, like, Forbes magazine, like, I thought it was just the magazine, but apparently he's a person.
Well, he's a person. And the family, I think the Forbes family has like one of the most historical wine collections or something like that.
Personal wine collection?
Yeah, I think so.
The more you know. See, you knew all about him. Okay. Ready for the next one? I think they get a little bit easier.
Okay.
Maybe not. Maybe they just seems like they get easier because I already know them.
Oh my God. Is this Jack Sparrow or whatever?
Why? No, these are all real people. Why join the Navy if you can be a pirate?
I mean, well, isn't that the essence of Summit Chasers? People just
that's the thing. Like, I like the concept of this quote. Yeah. Why go, follow along and do the same thing everybody else is doing when you can go and take things for yourself? Obviously, don't watch old pirate movies and like they're killing people and that kind of stuff. Be nice, solve a problem, give back to humanity. But I like the concept of like do your own thing, like be your own person, use your strengths. Everyone's different, right? What you can accomplish is different from everybody else. Your goals are different from everybody else. But with that being said, that concept, who do you think this is?
Zach, this is one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life. I'm going to tell you.
I'll give you a hint. He is almost monopolized in some, especially in the States. He's almost monopolized this space. His space. Yeah, he's almost monopolized his space in the States, anyways.
Bezos. Elon.
Not quite. You're on the right track.
Steve Jobs.
Ding, ding, ding. Steve Jobs. That's a good quote, too.
That's a good one.
That's a good quote. Why join the Navy if you can be a pirate? I love it. Pirates of the Johnny Depp.
Thank you to everyone who has joined the Navy on our behalf. We appreciate
you. John, Pirates of the... Yeah, right? That was actually her first guess.
Yeah.
That was her first guess. Adrena, not gonna lie, I'm so glad I'm not playing this game. Hey, it's just fun. It's just fun. There's no winners or losers.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. We'll see.
All right, ready for the next
one? No, you're not. You're a winner. All right. You ready for the next one?
I'm ready.
All right. I'm an early bird and a night owl, so I am wise and I have worms.
Are these all business people?
So I will say all of them are real people except for one, and this is the one.
This is the one?
Fictional character, but it is a business-minded, business-focused individual. I know this one. I'm going to give you a bit of a hint. First of all, I love this quote because it's kind of like people that want to have their cake and eat it too.
Yeah.
Like I want, like they almost have too many goals, and if they go after all of them, they're like, I'm wise, but then I'm getting like I'm unhealthy. I'm getting kicked in the head. My family life's falling apart. Whatever it is. But okay, this individual, this is a fictional character. It is probably one of the most watched, after the series was over, it's probably one of the most rewatched series ever.
Is this Dwight Schrute from The Office?
You're close.
Is it Michael? I love it.
Michael Scott.
Yeah.
Michael Scott. And I can remember when I found this one, I remember that episode. I'm an early bird and a night owl, so I'm wise and I have worms. I love it.
The Office is my favorite show. I
know,
have watched
so good.
like 9 times.
Adrena doesn't like it. I got to get Adrena into it. I got to get her into it. She got me into these silly, like Love Island shows and Love is Blind and all that kind of stuff. So I got to get her in it.
It's a good decompression.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for the next one?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Catch a man a fish and you can sell it to him. Teach a man to fish and you ruin a wonderful business opportunity.
Zach Carlin. I'm just kidding.
I'm more of like, let's teach people to fish and then sell
I know.
So this guy is not alive anymore. If it's who I remember it to be.
I don't know.
There's I think he wrote a couple books. He has a big beard. I don't know. That's probably not going to help you.
I have no idea.
We'll go quick. This one's tough. Anybody in the comments? Anybody think they know who it is? I don't know. This is okay. I know. I remember who this is. Okay, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Karl Marx.
Oh my God! I definitely would not.
Karl Marx himself. This is the best picture I could find of him.
Okay, I know who wrote all the facts on the Snapple gaps. It's you.
You know what?
Like who wrote all the facts on the Snapple caps? It's definitely you.
Oh yeah,
Zach.
that was me. That was
yeah.
Me. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot about those.
Oh my God.
Yeah, those are so fun. All right, moving on. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. Our motivation is depicted by our habits that we have, so you have to be consistent daily.
This is like a Tony Robbins.
Ooh, that's a good guess. That is a good guess.
Okay.
Who do you think this is? Comment, people. People often say that motivation doesn't last. Well, neither does bathing. That's why we recommend it daily. It's a great quote, though.
This is a good quote.
Who do you think would say this? This is like if I didn't know who it was and I just read it, I would have thought like
physical. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. I was thinking like a Jocko or like a Goggins or
yeah.
Rogan or whatever it is, like somebody like that.
Yeah,
like somebody like that.
Yeah.
It's not, but that's what I would have thought.
Mm.
All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Zig Ziglar, Ziggy himself. Do you know who Zig Ziglar is?
I feel like I know this name, but I'm not connecting the dots with him.
He's like the original like sales godfather.
Like a MLM kind of thing.
No. He's like like wrote the book on like a lot of sales training, and like he was one of the original like thought leaders in like sales development, sales training, and that kind of stuff, sales process. He was a genius. He was a really good speaker too, really, really good speaker. I have a few of his books. Rest in peace, Ziggy. You would have never guessed Zig. He said he has some great quotes. He has some really good quotes. Some that are a little bit softer than that one. Like if you want to be successful, solve other people's problems.
It's like win friends and influence people, you know?
Yeah. I'm old enough to remember Zig. Did you ever meet him? John, it'd be interesting. I would have loved to. He's one of the guys that, like, you know how people get asked that question, like, who would you go back in time alive, or if you could bring him back to life and have dinner with him, who would it be? If I could pick my top three, like, it'd be tough for me not to say Zig, for sure. He also, like, what a cool name.
Well, I have so many questions about the name. Like,
I know. Is it like, I wonder if it's his real. I haven't dove too much into his life, but like, I wonder, like, what were they thinking? It's such a cool name, but like, where did it come from?
Yeah.
Right. All right. Moving on. Second last one. You ready?
Okay.
You ready? Most people work just hard enough not to get fired and get paid just enough not to quit. You're in HR. Let's talk through this one first while we're.
I mean, this one speaks to my soul, but.
It speaks to in what way? She can't say. Most people work just hard enough not to get fired and get paid just enough not to quit. I mean, that was kind of how, I mean, a lot of like corps, like they kept people, was they pay them just enough, right, to where it was difficult for them to want to move, and the pain of quitting and finding another job was more than, you know, sucking it up, right, and then staying at the job they're not happy with, type of thing. And that was just how you kept people, and people dealt with it for so long. Where now, especially after COVID, when they realize there's other options and there's so much opportunity out there right now, you know, with obviously the internet blowing up, content blowing up, AI, all that kind of stuff, there's so much opportunity. Now people just don't need to deal with it. They don't have to. Like, there's so much out there.
And a lot of people are opting out, like going back to why would you join the Navy if you can be a pirate, right? Like this.
Exactly.
This is that's the candidate side, employee side, and this is the corporate side of that, right? Like, you know, and so that dynamic is shifting so much too, because so many people are like, I don't want to live like this anymore. Do you know what I mean? Like, to this quote, and they're like, I'm just going to go off and do my own thing. And I really respect that. So. Yeah.
Big time. Big time. We'll give you a hint. This is a comedian, and he is not alive anymore. And I'm giving you a lot of hints. Huh?
George Carlin.
Oh, the man, the myth, the legend himself with the best last name ever.
Oh my God.
George Carlin. He was wise beyond his time too. He was such a smart guy, like really, really smart guy. I mean, a lot of comedians are because they do so much research on like the ridiculousness of the world that goes on around them. But he was a very smart man, very, very smart man. All right, last one.
Okay.
You got 2 of them so far. You got 2. You're doing really well.
I need to stay in the pop culture era. Do you know what I'm saying? Like the hardcore business. I'm sorry.
You need to stay, relevant. People that aren't dead. Yeah. Well, you know what? We can learn a lot from the past too. Yeah, George. Yeah, remember George well. No, he was very, very good. He was before time. If he was alive now, he would be absolutely crushing it because he used to put out. He was one of the first ones that put out like consistent HBO specials, like do like the full half hour. He's legendary. I love that guy. Controversial, especially if you could be controversial somehow in the 80s and 90s, like you're pushing it. Which today,
the bar was.
I think he'd still do that today. Yeah, he would do very well. All right, last one. If you think you are too small to make a difference, try sleeping with a mosquito. This one's very like introspective, very like this is very metaphorical.
Mm-hmm. Give me some directional.
Okay, give you some. Okay, so this is I would say this is like I don't know if I would say political, probably semi-political public figure. Not from the U.S. or Canada or Mexico, not from this continent. He gets quoted probably as much, if not more, than anybody.
Gandhi.
Kind of pretty close.
Okay.
Like you're on like the right. I think you're on the right thought. Thought track. A lot of like gurus want to meet him, like meditative gurus, wellness.
Is it the guy who like hugs people? They go to see him to get a hug. Do you know who I'm talking about?
I mean, he might hug people. I'm not sure though. Although, is there just a guy that hugs people? I want to meet him.
I think there's someone like a Gandhi who goes around and like around the world, and people go to get these hugs from him, and they're like super healing, like his energy.
You know, I wouldn't be surprised if this is him. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, skip to the next screen.
You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Dalai Lama. You're on the right track.
Oh, I was really close.
You were super close. So you got like 2.5 out of 7.
Oh, great.
With some hints, but that's really good.
Michael Scott and the Dalai Lama, you know?
Yeah, you did. I thought you did very well. I didn't think you were going to get any of them, to be honest. But I love like because quotes are so because you can read a quote, like 10 different people can read a quote and get 9 different like introspective, outcomes from it. Like they can take this and go down this path with some quotes and then this path, and then somewhere in the middle of all that is what the author or creator of the quote actually was intending with it. Like they can be so thought-provoking, but also varied in their meaning depending on the individual reading them. But they are a lot of fun. Which one was your favorite one? I like this one. I like the.
You like that one?
Steve.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is Steve. Yeah, why join the Navy if you can get pirate?
Go through them again.
You want to go through again? Okay. Yeah. So there's that one.
Yeah.
We can't. That was Steve Forbes. Come on, how do you not get motivated by this one? Good old Michael Scott.
This one feels like shady. So this is like really about like lack of empowering. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, it is. It's very. Yeah. You
John,
don't love this one?
I just look, this is what you have to look forward to. You know what I mean? So.
Or
I think I like. Yeah, this one's kind of.
You like this one?
No, not really.
No, not really. You're so hard to impress. That one, I feel like I think that one just spoke to you based on
Yeah.
your role.
That's my too tired to HR vibes. You know what I'm saying? Just like,
yeah.
you
Well,
know.
that's what we named this one.
Yeah.
Or the last one.
I like this one actually.
I like this one.
I do like this one. Saint Teresa is also someone. I think she's like the little flower, but that one, like, that's my confirmation name is Teresa because she kind of has the same vibes of like, just start with like small little acts. You know what I mean? Like, just focus on like one thing, and that's gonna make a difference. So I like this one because it's very, it helps people feel like a lot more impactful. So I like this one a lot.
Well, big time. I mean, a lot of people think they're not worthy, and this is part of the reason that we started Summit Chasers, right? Is those people that want to make a difference, and maybe they don't have a typical background, like maybe they don't have the MBAs or parents or whatever that had a business or good role models to even look up to, and they see a problem that they want to fix or an impact they want to have or just the success, just generalized success that they want to have, and they're like, I'm me. I'm not supposed to do that. Type of thing. And it's interesting, like we might not say those words to ourselves, but it is like a very innate subconscious feeling that we have ingrained in us, some of us, right? And obviously our subconscious is kind of like that. It's that the information that's been downloaded and it's just hiding out in the depths of our brain that doesn't necessarily have words, but it does hold us back from a lot. So our conscious brain has to work to kind of be, the overseer or the shaper, and constantly, like, that's why we always say, like, be intentional. Like, intention is huge. Intention is, what separates us from the animals, right? And we can create space between our subconscious and conscious, and like, okay, this isn't what I want to be. This isn't what I should be thinking. I want to achieve these things. I know that I'm capable of it. What's the next step I need to do in order to achieve it, right? And like we have so much power. We have a lot of power, right? And it's we can make the impact. We can make the difference. I love this quote. Have you ever slept with it? Like, not like, have you ever like, or fly in the room?
Yes.
So annoying.
We sleep with our windows open all the time here, and there's, oh my God, a mosquito in the house is the worst.
It's the worst. When we were in the trailer, and because it was like me, Adrena, 2 kids, 4 dogs. If there's one fly, it wrecked. How many heartbeats is that? It wrecked 9 people's day. Or 8 people. Like, it was brutal. But anyways, I hope some of these quotes inspired everybody who joined. I really appreciate everybody who joined. We're going to be back every Saturday. Next Saturday, we have my good friend John Duffin on the show. Don't be nervous, my friend. These are just games. We're having fun. Again, chasing after big goals, running a business, or just being a high achiever, being a high performer, holding yourself to a higher standard. It can be stressful. It can be scary, and it can feel lonely. And we just want you to know that you're not alone. We're here with you, and everybody else is going. A lot of other people are going through it as well. So let's come together and conquer it together and celebrate the week, get our minds right for the week, and have a little bit of fun while we are doing it. John, Yahoo, indeed, literally, we have the one who runs. Oh no, I want to almost say the one that runs Yahoo, but we have somebody from Yahoo. But yeah, I'm very excited to have you on, John. It's going to be a lot of fun. But Chrissy, do you have any parting words before we head on?
2 things. I think today is a reminder you can still know something if you don't know everything. And 2 is if anyone is looking for like a really good feel-good story, the hugging saint is Amma. She's a Hindu guru, and she's known as the hugging saint, and she's hugged more than 37 million people worldwide. So you should go look her up, and we should go find a quote from her. So thanks for having me, and everyone, like, I'm just really so grateful for everyone coming and engaging today, and we're really happy to have you all in the Summit Chasers Network.
Absolutely. Really appreciate you, Kristen, John, Adrena, Joe, and there's about 18 people on YouTube that I can't see because I didn't go back and forth between this and YouTube, but really appreciate everybody. Chrissy, you're the queen of, like, as we're talking, just Googling stuff. And then by the time we're done, you have like an essay written about something that we were talking about. So it's just another strength of yours I thought I'd call out. But Thank you very much, Rhonda. Thank you very much for joining us as well.
Thanks, Rhonda.
Really, really appreciate all of you. You can catch the rerun over on our YouTube channel, and you can catch the reruns of our other shows over on our YouTube channel. Again, we have Founders Focus every Tuesday. We have Summit Success Series every Thursday. Summit Coffee Club every Saturday, and then we release 2 podcasts, both my podcast, the Summit Chasers podcast, and Adrina's The Voices of Impact, where she interviews founders of nonprofits and really tries to educate everybody on the issues that are out there, the challenges, and the people that are really working to overcome and make an impact on those challenges. So again, thank you very much, everybody, for being here. And until next time, keep chasing your next summit.